You know what? Just fuck the intro. Let's just talk about this girl. This girl is by the name of DINA Hashesh, but she is a comedian, and she decided to make some comments about XXXTENTACION, and it's kind of gotten to the point where it's blown up. It's over. Like, why the fuck is the world so ready to jump on any moment that we got, boys? But basically Comedy Central has a thing called stand-up, and I assume, as you would as well, that is where stand-up comedians come on stage and test out material and make jokes. And their Twitter account promoted one of these episodes or one of these things, it seems like. And within this was a joke about XXXTentacion, and they just kind of pulled it out as a highlight. And the world just fucking lost their shit. It forced them to delete the tweet. The girl's fucking Instagram profile is private apparently now. And yeah, this is just, let's just watch, because I think it's a bad joke. I don't think it's like a great joke. I don't think it's that funny, but I do think that there is comedy in there, and the swing, whether it's a miss or a contact hit or a hit, like, or a fucking home run, if that, like, I don't see the leg to stand on to say that, like, you can't attempt that. Like, what? Like, Paul Walker jokes exist all day, every day, and you can't argue timeliness because it's been a fucking year, and like, it's not to say that like this was so inhumane that it discredits anything. I think this is actually kind of showing how great his legacy is. The fact that his name transcends genres or fucking mediums and media. Like, she is on a stage at a comedy show or a comedy club and who knows where. And the world, like, everybody in that room understands who XXXTentacion is, respects and understands the legacy there. And then, like, they can understand, like, that's funny and laugh. But then when the internet gets a hold of it, they don't have that same context, or they can't see that same context. And then that's where the fucking wildfire starts spreading. And it's kind of weird to me. It really is. Let's just see what this girl really said. And like I said, I'm not here to comment or like judge the joke. Like, I didn't laugh that hard, but like, I understood why she felt confident and saw the angle that she was coming at to say something. And that's the whole basis of fucking comedy, is that I feel like everything can be funny. It's just, it takes a great mind to actually find that thing. And whether or not, again, this is that thing, we can't just fucking stab the girl in the fucking back via proverbial unfollows and hate mail just to, like, silence her because she took an attempt and took a swing and actually tried to do that. Like, I feel like that just goes against comedy. And, like, again, I just brought up, like, Paul Walker and stuff. Like, there's so many people, Robin Williams, like, there's jokes that get told. And, like, it just seems like this one side of Twitter, this one little niche, this one little pocket is just running with the idea that, like, she should be crucified because she really just took an attempt to do her job of making comedy, trying to find light in some things that are dark. Because that is, like, some people's only way of, like, talking about those things in a way that isn't so serious. Like, talking about his death isn't a fun thing. And while maybe no one should be doing that alone, like, to try and do it in a way that, like, adds context and light and, like, levity to a situation that is very dark and, like, the polar opposite of those words, like, I don't see why someone should be, like, just canceled because they attempted that. I don't know. But here's that.
Tentacion. Tentacion. Running XXXTentacion.
Like, if I had a personal connection with him, like, if I met him, if I knew him, if he was my best friend, if this was my best friend being talked about, of course, the way that she intros this, especially the way that they're cutting it out, it sounds super out of nowhere. But again, you have to understand that she is just doing a job on stage and just trying to make people laugh. So, like, why are we so mad that this is a play? It's not like she's just saying this on an interview. It's not like she's just saying this on the streets. It's not like she's telling people out of this who don't want to know this. It's like, she's telling this to an audience who have paid money to hear things that are probably going to be kind of offensive. Like, that's the nature of what you're doing on that stage, is trying to find a piece of something that isn't necessarily funny and turning it into funny. Like, that's a challenge. And again, it doesn't mean that she necessarily has to go after the subject matter that she did, or go after him, or even bring him up, but she did. But I don't feel like the rules that protect everything else that is not like supposed to be talked about, but when people do bring it up on a comedic stage and do find the comedic light on it, I don't feel like the same pass that they're given shouldn't be applied to her just because she's talking about something that is personal to you. Like, it's so fucking weird. Like, I'm really weirded out by this because it didn't affect me in the same way, and I'm trying to like come at this in the same place where I try to be a part of the community. I review music. I react to videos. I love hip-hop. I love rap. I love XXXTentacion's legacy as well as just full fucking discography. But I can't put that aside to like allow people to just cancel somebody because of like them just trying to do something that they do every other day with every other subjective subject matter. Like, that's the thing. It's like, if you can make a joke about the fucking Holocaust and nobody cancels them for that, why is this untouchable? Like, what makes this untouchable other than to this certain group of people? Of course, if you knew him personally, of course, if this is your family, it's going to bug you. You will not want to hear this. That's of course. But you have to also understand that her intended audience is not you. She is not trying to make you feel something that is anything other than laughter. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, sorry.
He's a rapper who was murdered. He's dead now. He was shot. He was on his way to buy a car with $50,000 in cash, and somebody shot him and took the money, which is very tragic. But I think also it would be a very good Venmo commercial. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought when I heard that. Like, I don't have Venmo. I should get Venmo.
Like, the joke is that people do not need to carry cash anymore because we have so many options to do that. Of course, him getting shot or getting killed or passing away with money involved in the story, of course, that obviously seems like there is shade to be thrown, but really it's just a joke about something else that was put into this situation to add such a lens to apply laughter to the audience. Like, if she just made the joke about how she doesn't have Venmo, it doesn't work without the context of that situation. And again, while it sucks that she used that situation, it shouldn't be untouchable because it is offensive to you. And that's really all it is. That's all it boils down to, is that if you can make a fucking Paul Walker joke and not get canceled, if you can make jokes about the Holocaust and not get canceled, if you could talk about Robin Williams and not get canceled, and every other fucking offensive thing in this world that makes you uncomfortable, then what the fuck, man? What the fuck? If your job is to go on stage, and if your passion is to go on stage, and if you're trying to make art out of just everyday fucking life, and if the news can't add some fucking way for you to just like spin something to find that little bit of humor in the worst fucking things in the world, then I just don't know. And I'm sorry for all the F words, but it's frustrating. It's frustrating when the world just is so quick to just come out with a fucking pitchfork just because someone made a joke and a Twitter account tweeted it out without any context to the rest of her set. Like, and then deletes it. And then what does that girl have to do? Of course she fucking privates all her stuff, because I can only imagine the bombardment of hate that everyone is just bringing her. And if the original tweet isn't there, then the context is gone and everyone's just like free to just talk as much shit as possible without any big brand or without the outlet that even allowed her to have that fucking moment of speaking, like, to back her up. That's so fucked up in my opinion. So again, the joke isn't that good. She didn't change the world. Should she have even really been commenting on something that she doesn't maybe even understand? No, of course not. But if she did want to attempt that, and if she did do that, which she did, I don't think she should be crucified because of it, because that is just the art of comedy, and that is just how it is. Like, I gave you a fuck ton of examples, and I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel. I understand both sides. I really do. But this cancel culture has got to stop if the girl's just doing a job on a stage. Like, I don't understand that. But let me know what you think. And if I'm a fucking idiot, let me know as well. Thank you. Follow me on Twitter, GARRETT, YOOGRTT, now notation on those 2 platforms. Talking about Instagram as Twitter. Follow those 2 names. Do it. Thank you for all the support. Again, hopefully